Always remember Durst is the worst.
Durst the worst, bitch.
For Mr. William Mohammed, a lot of people are looking to the representatives from different churches, different religions, and looking to how can we help through faith. The Nation of Islam has been under a lot of scrutiny for a long time. And there's different feelings about the Nation of Islam, what they represent, what they stand for. So someone from the community submitted this question. Mr. Mohammed, how can we begin to bridge the gap when one of the speakers is from an organization whose leader, Mr. Louis Farrakhan, has said that all white people are blue-eyed devils?
Thank you. Mr. Farrakhan does not use that language. His teacher and the founder of the Nation of Islam, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, said that the white man is the devil. The Nation of Islam was started and founded in 1930. So the Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught in the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, and the 60s. During that time, black men were being hung in trees in the South. They were being tarred and feathered. They were being drowned in the lakes and rivers. So we were under the Klan and many other, and the police role in that, and many times that's how the police started, was chasing down runaway slaves or those who were during the Jim Crow era, bringing them back into servitude slavery because they were arrested for just vagrancy. Those were the kind of laws that were taking place. So that's the kind of tyranny black people were under. And so to say that the white man is the devil is the perfect language at that time for white people, to show them a mirror of who they were, because we all in the Bible, you know, in church, the devil kills, steals, and destroys. The devil is a liar. Well, that's what we were experiencing in America. Now, the other thing that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said is that the black man is the original man and God, which is another perfect teaching. What does that do? It shows white people, because of course, white supremacy is the undergirding philosophy of America. That has to be said. So white supremacy means that white people think that they're better because they're white. What effect does that have on black people? What effect does that have on brown people? What effect does that have on native people? It makes white people feel that they're inferior, and it makes black people feel inferior. Oh yeah, I said that, thank you. It makes white people feel superior, and black people feel inferior. So the teaching that you're the devil, of course it's shocking, but it brings you down a notch. To teach black people really truth, that you really are the original people. It gives them a source of pride, and it deals with it's a healing to deal with the sickness of black inferiority. So here, white people are up here, black people are down here. It brings a modicum of balance. Now, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad told Minister Farrakhan, don't use the term devil. Use the term slave master's children. Use the term the enemy, but don't refer to that term devil anymore. So you don't hear that language from us today. And in truth, you know, we don't use that language because, you know, if we tell our people that the white man is the devil, then we're looking at each other and we're looking at the activity that we're involved in. So we're devils as well. So the reality is the devil comes in all colors. But there's no people that have been more destroyed, more wicked towards another people than what has been done here in America. slavery is a very unique, a very brutal, and a very savage, systematic institution that took place for 300 years. And so to say that, so that was our teaching. But the reality is, right now, somebody, you mentioned the strip searches. We've had, I think last year, $32 million we paid in settlements and lawsuits for police misconduct. I didn't hear Mr. Covello answer that question about the strip search either. But the question I have to ask now is white supremacy any better, and the institutions and the mentality and the attitudes really any better today than they were yesterday? Because we have lynching on another level now. We have persecution on a whole nother level now. And that persecution is consistent. When a black man that is unarmed is shot by a police officer and killed, and then we ask for justice on the local level, which is denied. We ask for justice on the state level, which is denied. We ask for the federal government to intervene, and they deny it as well. How long do you think that we can handle that? Let me tell you what the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said for the question that you asked, Mr. Covello. He said, how long do you think that we can take being killed and nobody intervene? God gives us the right to self-defense. So it's called an eye for an eye. The Holy Quran gives us a right to retaliate when you have been wronged, when you have been destroyed, and when you have sought grievances.
Mr. Mohammed, I would like to be fair to everybody on the panel.
Really?
And I want to make sure that
okay, I'll wrap it up.
we keep it going and we
I'll wrap it up.
Personal questions.
But you have a right to retaliate against those who are killing you. An individual has that right. And certainly a people who are under that kind of tyranny have that kind of right. And there is a time for that.
So in terms of your question, because I'm not sure if we got the answers, the question was about the representation.
I'm saying that the teaching has evolved beyond that language. We don't use it anymore.
And that's what we're going to do going forward. That language isn't used. That's what I was trying to get to.
Always remember, Durst is the worst.
Subscribe, bitch.